Today, research hubs and clinical trials across Texas got a boost in funding to advance the fight against cancer. The Cancer Prevention and Research Institute of Texas, or CPRIT, approved more than $60 million in grants. And here to tell us where that money is heading is Mark Leffler with CPRIT. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Avery. Appreciate it.
So give people a little bit of background on what CPRIT is and what you all are working to do.
CPRIT is the largest state funder of cancer research and prevention funding in the United States. It was a commitment made by the people of Texas back in 2007, voted on in 2009, and again in 2019. And again, it's something Texas really should be proud of because no other state has it. No other state has made the kind of commitment to fight cancer that Texas has.
We want to get to the grants that we're talking about today and the recipients of those grants. We know that the money will fund 9 research hubs. These are called core facilities. So explain for people, what is a core facility?
Core facility is a vital research hub for researchers to come get the kind of services and expertise and technology that they may not be able to get at their own institutions. So it's almost like a one-stop shop for cancer researchers to come to one place and get these tools that may not be available otherwise, and it advances cancer research. So there's core facilities spread across the state, and these institutions, these researchers from the institutions can come here and further their studies and their research.
There were some standouts of those core facilities that received the grants today. We know University of Texas being one of them, but tell us about some of the recipients.
Yep, the University of Texas had a renewal grant for their core facility, which is a really important high mass spectrometry facility. And then the other groundbreaking one is going to be at UTMD Anderson, which is going to be a spatial genomics. It's the first of its kind in the state. And it's a whole new groundbreaking field that allows researchers to really delve into the construction of cells and cancer cells and see the relation to each other. So it's going to be really exciting to see what comes out of that facility.
Yeah, such interesting stuff, and like you said, first of its kind. But we know another big piece of this money is heading to help clinical trials. So how will this money help further some of these trials going on in Texas?
As you know, clinical trials are the heart of cancer research. It's the way that cancer researchers can try out new groundbreaking drugs, techniques, or devices. And it also allows cancer patients a vital opportunity to receive those new drugs that may save a life. And so those clinical trials are vital to cancer research, and CPRIT supported that today with a large amount of funding to support those clinical investigators to free up their time to focus more on those clinical trials across the state.
So we know you're meeting this morning. You all got several annual reports and some updates. Any other big headlines that Texans should know when they're learning about CPRIT maybe for the first time?
I think the most important thing to remember is we do this quarterly. So every quarter, the Oversight Committee of CPRIT comes together and awards these grants to cancer research and prevention and product development. And again, as I said, it's something that should raise the pride of every Texan. Texas has a lot to be proud of, whether it's barbecue or certain sports teams, especially here in Austin. But they really should be proud of CPRIT because it's something that no other state has. It's unique to Texas, and it's leading the nation and the world in cancer research.
Amazing stuff, and we'll be on the lookout for how these grants really change the world. Mark, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Avery. Appreciate it.